Knock knock, who's there? Disappointment from a hat on Twitter. You know, we need to actually get a guest now, because at this point we've just got 3 hosts. And I was like, yeah, pretty much!
This is what I'm talking about. Now I just need to kill the both of you, so that I'm the only host. And I can do this show from my house.
We can do the show from your house now if you want!
That would mean that I wouldn't have to kill you guys.
Well then.
Oh, well then no, we can't do yours.
Understand.
Welcome to From a Hat, the show where we draw a topic out of a hat, just like it says in the title. I'm Ben.
I'm Dom.
I'm Phoenix.
This is becoming a habit.
Okay, I'm gonna draw out of the hat this time. Poké Balls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
We're just talking about how they work.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Fucking Poké Balls, how do they work? Theme song?
Theme song is my favourite theme song, unless we've already used it, but I don't think we have. The Johto theme song from Pokemon.
Pokemon Johto!
Oh, it's the best one. Everybody wants to be a master. Everybody wants to show their skills. Everybody wants to get there faster. Find the way to the top of the hill. Each time we try, gonna get just a little bit better. Each day we climb one more step up the ladder. It's a whole new world we live in. It's a whole new world to see. It's a whole new place with a brand new attitude, but you still gotta catch them all and be the best that you can be. Pokemon Johto.
You don't even need to edit that in.
Just chuck that in.
Fine, whatever.
It's a whole new world we live in. Pokemon Johto.
Everybody wants to be a master.
How do Pokeballs work?
Okay, so we all know that Pokemon can be digitally stored in a computer for some reason.
Yes, they can.
I've got more questions about that in a minute.
So Pokeballs, right?
Okay.
I've got theories.
They're little round things about the size of a cherry.
Yeah, I often forget that they can increase in size.
You press the button and they get bigger.
Mm-hmm.
You throw them.
You throw them at the Charizard, and then it wiggles 3 times and then breaks because you can't catch a Charizard with a Pokeball.
Sure you can.
Use a Master Ball, you
Phoenix,
freak.
are you looking up how they work?
No.
Okay, but this will actually be good because, so what we know about Pokeballs is we throw the Pokeball at the Pokemon, when it turns into a red mist, a red sort of, what is that?
That's what I'm asking!
It decomposes into this red energy and then enters the Pokeball and the Pokeball closes.
The theory I heard is that it converts mass into energy, which would cause an explosion, because that's not how mass works.
And like if it was like dissipating the Pokemon into like all the cells and all the atoms that make it up, and then putting that into the Pokeball, that would be more dense than what the Pokemon already was, because it's going into a smaller space. So then Pokeballs should be really heavy. They must be like...
If it's converting mass into energy...
I'm not sure.
Anyway, if it's converting mass into energy, then... Because energy doesn't really weigh anything.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
But the problem is containing that energy
Yeah.
is difficult, which means that technically all Pokeballs would have to be some kind of nuclear reactor.
So
He's got the info.
Yeah.
So reading up on it, basically all it's saying is basically what you guys just said. It just turns them into energy, although they are conscious, which makes me think that...
That's a worry.
Well, no, because according to what I'm reading, while they're conscious, it's like a well, not conscious, it's like a dream state almost.
That's a little better.
So they go in and it's like a nice environment for them. It's not like they go in and it's just nothingness and it's just energy. So they go in and it's like, what I think it is that it actually converts their physical form into nothing and it just leaves their subconscious.
But there's that red stuff.
That red stuff I'm saying is their subconscious.
But it's not its energy. You just looked this up.
I know, but it also says that...
you can't destroy, you can't create nothing. Mass needs to exist. Yeah. Atoms exist, so if you're getting rid of that's how explosions...
Yeah, and if you are converting the mass into energy, and it's energy that's a red mist that you can see, that means energy is being exuded in the form of light waves that we interpret as the red. So when it comes back into form, it should have less mass than it did when it originally entered. So every time a Pokemon exits and enters the ball, it loses mass equivalent to the light energy emitted when it turned into that red.
Okay, energy. You know how they go on the PCs though? They can be stored as data.
Which makes even less sense.
What if it's only their mass that's being stored as data? Like they've found some way to convert mass into data, so it still exists.
It's still a worry that they've figured out a way to convert mass into energy.
I mean, I guess.
And not make things go boom. Because if you convert mass into energy, you're splitting atoms, and then splitting atoms causes explosions. So if you convert the mass to energy, then you're storing that energy on a computer somehow with code. Then does that mean that what happens if I click delete on a Pokemon that's on my computer?
You can't. You can only release them.
And what happens there? And so, when you release a Pokemon from because what I thought it would be is am
I releasing it back into the real world? Or
yes.
Okay.
You put the Pokeball in the machine, and is that how you upload it to the computer? But you don't get an empty Pokeball. How does this... You must... do they convert the Pokeball into data as well? Where do the Pokeballs go? The Pokemon
okay. That's an even better question.
Because the Pokemon are linked to their Pokeball.
Here's how I think it works, going just by the anime stuff. There's no computer, right? The whole idea of the PC, at least in the anime, the way it works is, so Ash catches a Krabby, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's the first time his party goes over 6 Pokemon.
Yeah.
And when that happens, he goes to pick up the ball and it disappears, right? And he's like, where did the ball go? And they're like, you can't have 6 Pokemon, so it automatically goes to your professor. And then you find out that Professor Oak has all his Pokemon kept in his property. So what I'm saying is that there's no PC. The PC is just, you go there, you put the Pokeball on, and it takes it straight to Professor Oak.
So it's a teleporter.
Yeah.
That's a... what?
At least that makes sense with what they're doing with the Pokeballs originally.
Yeah, and we've seen in Pokemon that there are teleporters.
Yeah.
Because they use it in gyms.
Teleporters on their own are fucking fucked because you're destroying the body and then just rebuilding it. So essentially you die.
Yeah.
But you're fine.
Is that how Pokeballs work? Do they destroy the Pokemon?
Well, that's...
Figure out the body and then just rebuild it later?
Yeah.
Probably. And it just stores its subconscious. Right?
But does
Which, is...
Yeah, because they have memory.
Yeah, but if it's restoring it 100% accurate to what it is now, that's essentially how teleportation works, which would mean they wouldn't need to restore your subconscious at all.
I think it
does. That mean no Pokemon or Pokemon have souls?
No, I think they do. I think that it keeps all of that intact.
I saw Pikachu cry. Why does Pikachu not want to go in the ball?
Because he doesn't like it. Probably because he knows it's death!
Yeah.
No, because he's been in it before.
Yeah! And maybe after that he's like, well, that killed me and no one else seems to notice. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah. Pikachu's the only woke Pokemon.
Not the only. Meowth never goes in a ball.
That's true.
Meowth
is
speaks
English.
Yeah, but he's also, I don't know.
He's also a small Jewish man.
So true.
That is trapped in a Pokemon's body.
Did you guys hear Pikachu speak in the movie?
Oh yeah, it was
That's
dreadful.
even more of a worry.
It was dreadful. It was the worst thing.
Pokemon are capable of speech.
I mean, well, Meowth is always capable of speech.
I'm against that too. So with the PCs, so our PCs in the real world, I can copy something.
Sure.
Can I do that on... why would I not be able to do that on a Pokemon PC?
Because, like I said, the Pokemon PC just sends it to your professor.
Yeah, but that's for the
To
anime.
his backyard.
That's the anime.
Well, I'm saying that...
Yeah, but I'm not just talking about the anime, I'm talking about the games.
In the games, you can't copy it because... Well, technically, if you hack the game, you can. But if you're going just game-wise... that would be cloning, right?
So I'm making new energy?
But see, so to do this...
But you can't do it, that's what I'm saying.
But you can do it.
Yeah, if you mess with the mechanics of the game.
I'm sure someone somewhere in the Pokemon world would have figured it out.
Here's the thing, if you can store Pokemon as data, then you could copy that data very
Just
easily.
because you can't in the game does not mean that you logically could not, because we know how data works, Phoenix. I understand that the game won't allow it, but you could.
I assume that when someone discovered that was possible on their PCs or whatever, they were like, that's a worry. This cat's catching legendary Pokemon left, right, and center. We need to put a bar on that.
But it's not even if they have like rules in the computer system that stop you from doing that.
Yeah.
Because of the laws of how data works.
Yeah,
it
would
could
be
be
possible.
copyable.
Furthermore, just because something's illegal and there's a ban on it does not stop people from doing it, as evidenced by torrenting.
Yeah, but, I'm talking about a 10-year-old kid with a PC that doesn't know that says it can't be done.
Yeah, but what if someone normal, like what if Dom or I encountered this situation and was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna copy my party, get double the Pokemon, then sell some.
Well, okay.
That's how puppy mills would work in Pokemon, Phoenix. You know puppy mills?
No.
Puppy mills are where, so puppy mills are like vet companies. They're like, they get the puppy, they breed the dog, they have puppies, and they just sell puppies. They just churn them out.
Oh, yeah.
It's barbaric because it leads to a lot of people getting a lot of puppies, and then a lot of puppies have to be put down.
Yeah.
Because there's just oversaturation of the market.
Of course.
So, what would happen is that puppy mills in Pokemon would just be someone sitting in their back room with a fucking computer clicking copy and then paste.
Yeah. I don't see... You're going like we're with our world, though, in this case.
Understand that in Pokemon it's not a thing.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying.
you need to understand that even if it's not a thing, the theory fucking exists.
Yes, I agree. I'm not disagreeing
So someone
with that.
would do it.
But you're saying that people are necessarily like bad people in that case.
People are bad!
Not in the Pokemon world, there's only bad
Team Rocket!
Team Rocket are misguided.
Team everyone! All the fucking teams. Team Mustard!
Team Mustard are pretty good.
Or Team Pants, or whatever the
Team
fuck they're
Pants.
called.
So I was just trying to figure out, because I was trying to reconcile in my head, if they are storing, like, all these Pokemon in, like, cloud computing or whatever, there must be a giant server farm, because, like, how much data would be in a Pokemon? So I thought, well, I guess a Pokemon is just like a living, breathing creature, so they'd have about as much genetic information as a human. And so I looked it up, and apparently a human can be, like, if you took all the human genome data and compressed it, you could get it to 4 megabytes.
Yeah, pretty
worth
much.
of data. And so they wouldn't even need that much space. So, if you're wondering that at home, like, how do they have a server farm to store all this information? Pokemon probably aren't that much information.
As a genetic profile, the human being is not that complex.
Yeah.
But the concept of containing the mind, on the other hand, is much bigger.
I guess that's true.
Which is, again, how do they contain all of the Pokemon's memories?
Well, okay, but ghosts exist. So...
Yeah. Ghosts exist.
Yeah.
So that's like magic. So there's probably some magical ghost way of doing it.
There's a fair few ghosts.
Like, that's probably how they
A whole
figured it
type.
out.
Why are ghosts magic?
No, but I'm saying, like, conscience clearly exists outside of the body. Like, they're two separate things. So they must have, like, researched Gengar and just been like, oh, this is how consciousness is different from an actual
Not
Pokemon.
only do ghosts exist, horrors exist. That Pokemon that's lit by children's souls.
Chandelure.
Yeah, Chandelure
Chandelure is one of my favourite Pokemon.
is powered by children's souls.
Yes.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing, I'm just saying that's funny.
And there's those tree Pokemon that are just children that get lost in the forest.
Yeah,
and
Phantom.
Yeah.
These are terrifying.
Is it Trevenant?
Yeah.
What's Trubbish?
Trubbish? He's pollution.
Okay. So he's not a human?
No.
There are lots
We
of
can become a Pokemon
Yeah, it's weird how
Where's the line?
Pokemon, like, can just exist out of any... Like, they must evolve. Like, how do they come to be?
Where's the line? If I were an adult... Okay, so there's those Pokemon that are trees that are just children who've gotten lost in the forest.
Yeah.
So if I were an adult, like if I were 19 and I got lost in the forest, would I not be able to become one?
No, but also I think that that's not really how they become that. That's just superstition.
Right.
Then how did it exist?
What do you mean? It's just like any other Pokemon.
But see,
Okay, evolution.
but that's a good question.
Evolution works on the premise that we've evolved to to suit your environment.
Yeah.
That's why humans don't have, like, fucking dog teeth anymore or whatever, because we don't need to hunt with our teeth. That's why we have hands.
Yeah.
But there are some Pokemon that are just like, well, why have you evolved to be like that?
Yeah, see, this is because a lot of Pokemon are based on, like, the mythology of the locations that they're set in.
A lot of them are.
And so, it's sort of like, they're kind of like urban legends, where it's sort of, they come into existence, into reality, based on the collective subconscious of the world around them. So maybe Pokemon are all just in the imaginations of the people in that world.
I was gonna say, what if they're in the Digimon world, and that's how all the data and stuff works?
That I would be more on board with, because that makes more sense. Because Digimon don't try to fuck about. They just straight up be like, yeah, this is all code. Everything here is just code.
Yeah.
You want to eat tough shit, it's code.
Until they get to the Digimon movie, where Digimon can exit the digital world.
Yeah.
And then, what happened? What happened there?
God is a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Gods.
No, but God.
But the big God. God capital G God.
There's many gods in Pokemon, though.
Yeah, but there's one God.
So there's one God who created all other Pokemon, but all other Pokemon also descended from Mew. Because Mew is like the base Pokemon.
Yeah.
And
Why
they're
is Mew the base?
Because Mew can learn any move.
What do you mean, why is
Like,
Mew the
Mew
base?
is just the base. Like,
But
that's
why?
just...
What do you mean by why?
Like, as in, why is that the default? Why is Ditto not the default?
Because Ditto
I know Ditto's just failed clones of
Yeah,
Mew.
yeah.
But why the fuck is...
Mew just was existed.
The creation of the Pokemon universe starts with
Arceus. God.
shaping the universe
Yeah.
with his 1,000 limbs.
Yes.
Okay? Then when he did that, he was like, well, there's nothing here. It's just a big old universe.
Does he look like Mew?
No.
No.
Because
He looks like a weird
religion
horse.
tells me that God created us in his image.
I mean, that's what the Bible says.
That's
I
the
feel
Bible.
like that's
Yeah,
totally
I know.
misinterpreted.
I didn't say that's actually what fucking happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you said
you're using
religion.
Anyway, so
A fair few religions abide by the logic of that.
He, with his 1,000 arms, shapes the universe. There's nothing really going on in it, so he creates a new Pokemon. Well, 3 new Pokemon, which are Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina, which are respectively Space, Time, and Antimatter.
So Mew isn't the base.
Can I get to
here
that?
we're getting to. This is...
Okay. So then, with those, they created their own respective things. So, I believe they created, like, Mesprite and stuff like that, the Guardians. Mm-hmm. So, they were part of Knowledge, Wisdom, and another thing.
Like, knowledge, wisdom, and emotions.
Yeah.
Mesprite's emotions.
I was going to say past tense.
And basically, they
Hindsight.
were put on this world. But those ones don't have, like, the special things that Mew does. Mew was basically just like, say there's like an amoeba, right?
Right.
Amoeba's chilling, it's going all over the place, and then it starts evolving, and eventually it evolves into Mew, right? And there's just a bunch of them around, because they're the ones that have the most things, the best survivability. But as things happen, like with the legendary Pokemon shaping and shifting the world, less and less Mews exist as they evolved into
the locations
creatures.
that they exist.
Yeah, exactly right. Just like evolution happened just on a less broad scale, because instead of it being a bunch of different things happening, it was mainly just Mews, but Mews had the ability to transform into what suited their needs the most, creating your early Pokemon and so on and so forth.
So yeah, Mew is the common ancestor for the Pokemon that aren't gods?
Aren't the gods, yeah.
Okay. But then he's not the base, is he?
What do you mean?
The fucking gods are the base.
The gods are just gods.
The gods aren't actually genetically related
to any other Pokemon.
Fine, whatever. I don't fucking care.
But then this could all be thought of as like, this is, maybe the Pokemon didn't actually create the universe, and they just came to exist as figures who created the universe based on the collective subconscious.
It's the Pokemon creation myth.
Yeah, and then that became Pokemon. Like, through
if
the
Pokemon
will of the human subconscious.
Created everything, how did humans evolve at all then?
Well, humans were born from the,
From you?
No, what? From the three legendaries we brought up earlier as Mesprit and Uxie.
Yeah.
How?
They were the respected gods of knowledge, wisdom, and emotion.
Yeah.
And they created the human beings with those qualities in them.
But why? Why would you bother? You create a Pokemon.
Why did
Pokemon
God create us? That's a bad move. What's the first...
You can chalk it up all to the gods were born.
The first line of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is billions and billions of years ago, God created the universe and the people within it. This is widely considered a bad move.
Yeah.
That should have never been done.
Alright.
That's just how it works, you know. I love the Pokemon creation myth.
Yeah.
Specifically, like, the Sinnoh legendaries, Arceus, Palkia, and Dialga.
Yeah.
They're my favourite legendaries. I love those guys.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, my favourite Pokemon ever is an Articuno.
Cool. Very good Pokemon.
But in terms of like a collective legendary group,
fair enough.
the Sinnoh legendaries, I think.
You're not into those Johtos, those Lugia, Ho-Oh.
I used to be as a kid. I really like Suicune.
Suicune's rad.
What the fuck's a Suicune?
Suicune is like
are they
dog?
dogs or cats? Because
I consider-
Entei is like a lion.
Yeah,
which is a cat.
Entei and Raikou are very much
They're
cats.
But Suicune...
But they're considered the legendary beasts.
Yeah,
not
that's
legendary dogs or cats.
Yeah.
Suicune looks like a dog with antlers.
Suicune.
He's also blue and has cool hair.
The purple
Suicune.
thing is so cool.
Suicune, yeah.
I don't know if that's a company.
As a kid, I always thought it was pronounced Swissoon. That got me beat up in the playground.
Yeah, that's a dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like a dog.
with antlers.
Alright. My favourite Pokemon is Ekans. Or Ekans, Haunter, or Beedrill.
Haunter I love.
Just because I like Haunter. He's got
Haunter's
hands
good.
that aren't connected. He's got Rayman syndrome.
It's true.
I mean, Gengar was one of the most overpowered Pokemon in the first generation.
yeah, well, he can
Just-
beat psychic types.
Absolutely unbeatable. He can learn Thunderbolt, so he has great coverage too. Just
Yeah.
what a powerful, high speed, high special attack. That's all you need.
My favorite Pokemon though is Chikorita.
If I ate a Pokemon,
Yes.
I mean a Pokeball.
We're back onto the...
You ate a Pokeball.
If you ate a Pokeball,
If I when it was still small, if I
Yeah.
swallowed it and then opened it somehow.
don't swallow it.
I mean, if you swallowed it, could you digest it?
I don't think you
could
can swallow it. Because according to the wiki article I was on, if you like hit the button on the front of it, it expands.
Yeah.
You swallow that, it's gone down your throat. If at any point that little dot bumps into a part of your trach, it expands and your neck explodes.
There is no way in the Pokemon universe someone hasn't gone to an ER with a
No.
Pokeball up their ass.
Absolutely,
Oh, it's definitely
someone
happened.
has. You just face the dot down, and then when it's up, you just boop, boop, boop. Oh,
Tickle your prostate.
that's a pain.
Air out you fucking
I mean, if you want to look up Rule 34 of it, I
Sure
know
you
for a
can.
fact it exists.
For a fact, he knows this.
For
No, he
a
does.
fact.
So we know that Pokeballs can break
Yeah.
because when you try to catch a Pokemon and
You
you
don't-
fail,
you don't get it back.
breaks. You don't get it back. So what would happen if you broke a Pokeball while there was a Pokemon in it?
It dies. Presumably it dies.
Well, once, if you try to catch it and it breaks, the Pokemon just comes back out.
Good point.
But once the Pokemon is linked to that Pokeball,
Hey guys,
if I put a drill through it.
Today we're going to be testing out this really cool thing. It's called a Pokeball. We're going to be putting it under the hydraulic press, see what happens.
1,000 degree knife versus Pokeball.
yeah. And because there is a difference. Because if Pokemon could always break out of it, then it wouldn't just be 3 wiggles and then it's done. So there must be something that changes once the Pokeball has actually caught.
According to the wiki, we're going back to that. The Pokeball actually allows them the chance to escape. That's what the 3 wiggles are.
So
the
it's
Pokeball
about
being like,
so the Pokemon chooses that it wants to be with you. Yeah. You earn its respect.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So, why can't I use
and if you can't earn its respect, you throw an Ultra Ball at it.
Why can't I use a Pokeball on a man?
Huh?
Why can't I use a Pokeball on a man?
You're not part of the common ancestor.
Fuck off. Why can't I use a Pokeball on a man? Why are they limited to Pokemon? Why couldn't I catch Dom and use him in Pokebattles?
We're not related to Mew. We went through this.
But I could just...
Our DNA's different.
Tweak it. Tweak the fucker.
Tweak the Pokeball?
Yeah.
I'm sure you could. I'm sure someone's tried as well.
What happens? Do you go Pokemon-y?
I assume...
If you come out, are you just saying your name?
That's not how that works.
Yeah, Meowth goes in a ball, he can still talk. Pikachu can still talk.
Yeah,
but most of the other Pokemon can't.
I mean, psychic Pokemon can telepathically communicate.
It's true.
They just don't?
No, they do.
No, they do. Often.
Mewtwo does, Alakazam does, and the Diancie, who's actually a fairy type, so I don't know how she can do it, but
she's a legendary, like Jirachi can also talk.
Jirachi,
that's
a good legendary.
So
I was talking to my friend the other day about how Jirachi, I think, has such a good design.
Oh, it's wonderful.
She's the wish Pokemon.
Yeah.
And
the shooting star.
And has the little tags on her head, which are Japanese, like you write wishes on them and then hang them on the wall.
Yeah, Jirachi's rad. Do you not know Jirachi, Ben?
Nope. Geriatric? That's not it. Spell it.
Jiraich. Oh, no, there's no I before the CH. So it's Jirachi. Jirachi. Do you want to see? I can show you images of it.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's so cute.
Yeah, I like Jirachi. It sucks in the movie.
So
also, do you see that little line on its belly?
Yeah.
That's an eye. That little line opens up.
I have not seen that.
Oh!
No.
Is
that in the movie?
It's in the movie, yeah.
Pokemon breed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
They're animals.
I know, but we just went through this. The Pokemon have...
Dom, you know pigeons. You know how there's a ton of them? It's because they breed. Can you believe it?
But
okay, let me explain.
That's kinky.
So we just went through how Pokemon get associated to their balls.
Sure.
Balls.
We all get attached to our balls at some point.
Yeah.
It's just part of growing up.
So, when you have 2 Pokemon that breed, when you put them in daycare...
Sure.
Why is that Pokemon... Do they give you a free ball?
Yeah.
Okay then. That's all I have. That's all the question I have.
Yeah, do they have to catch the baby when it comes out? That's funny.
And if they do, why is it now yours?
Do you lose a ball when it hatches?
When the eggs aren't kept in balls.
No, but
exactly right. Because they don't give you the balls at the daycare. They give you their egg, and you have to hatch the egg. Do you lose a ball from your bag?
Inventory? No, I don't think you do.
So do they?
Because I feel like you should.
You should.
Do they just gaff tape a ball to the egg?
Yeah, clearly.
Could you imagine if, it was a rule in Pokemon that if you had no Pokeballs in your inventory and an egg hatched, that it just ran away?
Man, I just realized Pokemon keep their physical forms in some aspect in the games while they're in their Pokeballs.
Yeah.
Because if you've got a Slugma, right? A Slugma has a special ability called Flame Body.
Yeah.
Okay? And so if you put a Slugma with Flame Body next to a hatching egg, the heat from that Pokeball cuts the amount of time it takes to hatch the egg.
It's not actually next to the egg. It's in the first spot in your party. But yes, it's still in the Pokeball. But
that's even more confusing.
There's heat generated from it.
Yeah. How can you touch the Pokeball?
If you wear gloves.
I assume it's warm, not hot. Like a chicken butt.
It does say warm body.
I assume that the gloves you wear in Pokemon have some kind of thermal shit.
Oh, they must, right?
What if though, like, bringing Pokeballs close together means that those Pokeballs, like, the Pokemon in them have collective dreams together. And, like, that's how it happens.
Isn't there a Pokemon that
That'd be
eats
cool.
dreams?
Yeah, many Pokemon, a lot of ghost types. Haunter eats dreams.
Why?
That's such a cool move.
Pokemon
I always
is
thought
so
Dream
great,
Eater,
move.
Dream Eater and Nightshade was the coolest moves.
Deadly Nightshade.
Yeah. Dream Eater, well, what it does is it hurts the Pokemon by crushing their dreams.
That's so good.
It's
really-
mental trauma.
That's like
Pretty
how,
much.
like it breaks their spirit to do damage to them. That's
Yeah.
kind of the inverse of in Overwatch. The character Lucio, who's a healer. I don't know if you play Overwatch. Like the way he heals is like he just plays music, and it's the lore of it is that the music like prompts everybody to keep on fighting even though they're damaged. So he doesn't actually do any healing. It's just them like
Some healing beats.
it's just the beats being like, yeah, let's fight
Yeah,
through
let's
the pain.
do it.
Like limbs missing, and it's just like, yeah, let's keep going. And I just love that idea of like you can repair someone's health by just helping them out
Yeah.
It's like a
emotionally.
placebo.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I'm just trying to find, there's a great comic about Dream Eater. Oh, it's this.
This is good
So-
for the podcast.
So what it is there's a Spoink with a girl Spoink, and they're having a jolly old time,
Uh-huh.
and then I think it might be a Volbeat. Sorry, it's a Volbeat and an Illumis having a jolly old time, and then the Volbeat gets sucked into a portal in the sky, and the Illumis is really sad, and then it just has the Illumis lying down asleep, and it's a Spoinky's Dream Eater.
Yeah. Brutal.
I love it. Oh, it's the Volbeat that's sad. I'm sorry.
Did you know that Spoink has to continually bounce
Bounce
to
or it
pump
dies.
blood
Yeah.
through its body? That's so cool.
And on that disturbing note, I've been Ben.
I've been dumb.
I've been Phoenix.
I do not like Pokemon.
What's your favourite Pokemon thing?
Chikorita. I like Chikorita.
I love Chikorita. Mine is one of the Beedrill.
It's a whole new world.
I'd agree, but I've actually...
It's a whole new way to see. It's a whole new place with a brand new attitude. But you still gotta catch 'em all. Be the best that you can be. Pokemon Johto. Pokemon Johto.
To contact Phoenix and Ben, email them at fromahatpodcast@gmail.com or go to our Facebook or Twitter. Links are in the description.